Yeah, into words, it was tension filled. Like it was just all day. It was tight and close. I was happy that both myself and Stuart got away to a good start. We made some birdies. We got going. It was kind of important not to let the field back into it. Then we kind of hit the wall, which kind of be to be expected around that turn. And after that, I was nip and tuck with Stuart. I don't watch leaderboards, so I think about through 13 holes, I turned to my caddy and said, well, is there anybody else in this? And when he told me that Miguel was 9, that was worrying, because he's in the form that if anybody's going to make some birdies, it's Miguel. So, but I knew I was still ahead of Stuart, and I was keeping an eye on him and trying to hit some nice shots through those back 9. Would have liked to hold one of the putts to get a 2-shot lead, and then Stuart was obviously a little unlucky. He didn't birdie 16 and 17 where he hit it in close, and then in 18. I was coming down 18. I said to my caddy Ronan, I said, look, if I birdie this hole, I win. It takes all the permutations out of it. And Ronan then said something to me. He reminded me of something that Hale Irwin had told me over the years. He says, always hit the shot you would hit if you're one shot behind. And that kind of gave good clarity to what I was going to do, because obviously if you're one shot behind, you'd be hitting at that pin. You got to take it on. So that made the decision. I think I'd made the decision, but it gave me clarity to that decision, that I was confident that I was doing the right thing. And certainly there was a lot of relief with that second shot at 100 and adjusted. We played it as adjusted 138 metres. I hit a half pitch and wedge. I knew it wouldn't spin back because it was a half wedge, and it skipped up there. One bounce stopped. It couldn't have been close enough. What was it, 6-7 feet? And I would have struggled to 2-putt from 40 feet. So I was very happy to have 2 to win from 6 feet. Things change. You're always trying to improve. You're always trying to get better. I don't think there's anything I can do now that I couldn't have done when I was younger. I would have done some things different when I was younger, for sure. I don't regret how I approached the game and what I went about, but certainly I now appreciate more how much effort it takes to play on a Sunday compared to every other day. And if you want to win tournaments, you've got to be exceptionally fresh and mentally fresh on Sunday. You've got to have the least amount of stress all the way you can during the week, and literally I probably, just because of the nature of it, I definitely make an effort to enjoy my tournaments more, enjoy what's going on around them. It's not all work, and having your family here is part of that. When you finish up, like on Wednesday night, I went for an In-N-Out burger. Like, I didn't eat a French fry or a burger for like 10-15 years of my career. Like, it was all about, everything was get it right, diet, all that sort of thing. Like the start of the tournament, I actually had two double doubles. So, so like, but while you might argue, look, that's not the best, in terms of everything should be perfect. And at this stage of my career, I've got to enjoy my life out here. And so, opportunities like that to, when you come from Ireland, you don't get the opportunity to go for an In-N-Out burger too often. So that was a nice bonus. So look, I'm a more relaxed person. Still not relaxed, but more relaxed than I was as a younger player. Yeah, it is unbelievable. We're so much better together at this stage of our careers. Everybody is happier and friendlier. We're not half as grumpy as we were when we were young guys. And, I think as you get older, you realise that you don't actually have all the secrets, and that you can actually tell everybody everything, and it's up to them to figure it out too. So we're much more relaxed, and we're still competitive when we're on the golf course. We want to play great golf, but I think the environment around the Champions Tour is really nice. And most of us would have burnt out in golf, but you put so much into your golfing career, you burn out. Usually you don't last. 20 years is about the burnout period. 15 to 20 years. So the Champions Tour is a new lease of life, and the only way you can kind of do it is do it with a different attitude and a new attitude. And as I said, it's about, I suppose, enjoying your past glories now and reliving them. Winning, it's all about winning. Every time you come back out and you win, the nerves are there, the tension's there, you don't want to mess up. So it's very exciting to come out here and win, but I think what winning a US Senior Open or any tournament on the Champions Tour, it kind of validates your career. It validates the past in a lot of ways. It genuinely, I know I've said this, and you are reliving the past glories. You're hitting shots and you're waving at the crowds. The people come out because they know you from the past. The amount of people that will come and say they were at my majors, they watched my majors, or maybe they started playing golf because of the major wins I've had. You know, I also get the grown man come up to me who tells me I gave them a golf ball when they were a kid. Yeah, I get that a bit as well. You know, really, yeah, like you could have full beer, everything. Yeah, so, but that's what we're here for, you know, and it really does. I think the Champions Tour consistently delivers great drama, Sunday afternoon, household names that we're familiar with, and the fact that we're not all perfect out here. You know, we have many demons out here on the Champions Tour. You know, everybody's dealing with something. They're not happy chipping, they're not happy putting. You know, there's a lot going on in our heads out here. So in many ways, we're actually more human as well. We're more relatable because we can certainly mess up.